The year, 1964. The place, the gym at Luther Jackson High School. That's right, Luther Jackson High School. Today, the school on Gallows Road near Route 50 is a middle school and the place our school board regularly meets. But from the mid-1950s to 1964-65, Luther Jackson was Fairfax County's segregated black high school. The school's government and history teacher was George Felton. George was also head coach of Jackson's basketball team. In '64, a very good team led by Walter Hawkins, Skip Brandon, and Roland Holland. That season, they then lost late in the VIA tournament.
You remember, this was a segregated Virginia at that time, particularly in sports. And they had Virginia High School League, we had VIA. That was the black counterpart of the Virginia High School League. And that was the tournament that we were in at the time at Hampton. And then the next year was overall, of course, integration in the school.
During the 1964-65 school year, Hawkins, Brandon, and Holland were juniors. Their senior year, along with Coach Felton, the four were integrated into an all-white school, Woodson High. There they worked with this man, head coach Red Jenkins.
Looking back to the fall of 1965 and at the year as a whole, I feel it was the best year that Woodson High School ever had because of the social aspects. We got approximately 150 African-American students who came from Luther Jackson High School to W.T. Woodson High School.
The first 3 weeks was total chaos, full of surprises, violence, police in the hallway, you know, fights. It was just an adjustment period.
Hawkins says he thought about a lot of things those first days and weeks at Woodson. He wondered if he could make the grade. He wondered if he'd make the team, and he wasn't convinced the system would be fair. Well, all three boys wore Woodson jerseys, and Coach Felton became an assistant. But these were the early days of integration.
Woodson had a basketball coach, one of a kind. So did Luther Jackson. And the players, the core or the nucleus of Luther Jackson's team, basketball, was on Woodson's floor. So that was something. Will they melt in together and become the same successful team as Luther Jackson's was known for the previous year? Woodson only won 3 games that previous year. Luther Jackson won 30 games. So it was like, well, let's go for it. Let's see what's going to happen.
What happened was real integration. Hawkins started at center, and Brandon was a starting forward. Holland, hobbled by a football knee injury, didn't come on until later that season.
It had a devastating effect on my life, and I mean in a very, and I have to say, negative way. And I think that what offset the negative aspects was the fact that I met good people like Red Jenkins.
It just seemed that people rallied around the basketball team. We were very good. We had one of the top 2 or 3 teams in Northern Virginia, and people like a winner.
Woodson didn't win the state tournament that year. They lost in the semifinals to a team from Roanoke. They did, however, get 17 buses of students and other supporters, white and black, to travel to Charlottesville to watch.
Every time I'd go down 236, I pass Woodson. You know, I look over there, I get this little smile, you know. You get that little feeling that, wow, you was a part of something historical. And it'll go on. 100 years from now, it'll be the same way. Same story, same significance. You just can't take away from it or add to it. It was just a miracle. And it's helped so many people. It set the stage, set the tone.